Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Winnie and this is where I share life experiences on a whole lot of issues. And today we have here Precious John, who is someone doing exceptionally well in the tech world. She's a young Nigerian and she's going to be telling us much about getting into the tech world, what she does, her experiences, and I'll leave the ground to her now so she'll tell us about herself. So Precious, can you introduce yourself to us? Tell us what you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Precious Johnson. I am a product designer, passionate about using technology to solve societal problems. And currently, I'm a second year student at the African Leadership University studying business strategy and investment. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Precious. So can you
Sorry.
tell us about your journey into the tech world? What were the basic steps? How have you gotten to where you are right now?
Okay. So my tech journey started in 2018 after I had graduated from secondary school. I was looking forward to do during my gap year. So I got an opportunity to attend a digital summer academy program organized by AFTASU Center for Career Development in Calabar, Nigeria. So I enrolled for the program and I got a scholarship. So the program lasted for like a month. We learned a lot of digital skills like photography, content development, graphic design, coding, and a lot more. So I got interested in coding, and after the program, I pitched my idea on solving a problem in my community, and I won my first laptop. So
Wow.
yeah, that's so I decided to focus on coding, but later on, I started doing a lot of other things like animation, graphic design, aside alongside coding, because I was just learning a lot of things. I was just doing a lot of things at that time, and so I didn't really have like a focus. I was trying to find what I was really interested in. So I had a mentor. His name is Mr. Patrick Ndifon, and he helped me like have a focus. He told me to focus on coding first, and so that's what I started with. And I started learning a lot of the programming languages like HTML, CSS. And later on, I joined a competition called Technovation Girls Challenge. So what Technovation does is that they bring girls from all over the world to solve a problem in their community by building a mobile application. So I created a team, three of us with three girls, and we built an app to help link high school graduates to opportunities. So we got to the semi-finals of the competition, and yeah, I was the one who helped my team in building the app. So I decided to stick with coding. And so later on, we wanted to improve our app, and we needed a UI designer, but we didn't find one who would like help us, who would like volunteer to help us work on our app. So I had to learn design myself. So I went to YouTube. I started finding like resources to help me learn UI design. And yeah, that's how I got into design. And that was in 2020. Since then, I've been a designer, and I've worked with different organizations and individuals to build products around health, education, and finance. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Precious. Now, I heard you talk about having a mentor. I think for a lot of young people, that's something that is very much needed. Having someone to like guide you. So it's not like you're walking through the journey alone. Can you tell us more about mentorship? How do you think young people can find, what ways can they get people that will be able to mentor them? Do these things still happen? Like, do we still get to see people say, oh, I'll be your mentor, I'll be here to guide you, I'll show you how to do this or do that?
Okay. Sometimes it can be very hard to like find a mentor. And so some people just have role models who inspire them. And yeah, I have a few role models as well who inspire me. And okay, my first mentor is Mirabel Morash. She's still mentoring me. So I got paired with her through a mentoring program when I was still in high school. My second mentor, Mr. Patrick Ndifon, I met him when like during the program, the digital summer academic program I had attended, I met him one time and I pitched my idea for the app I was working on, and he registered on the Technovation website to be a
Okay.
mentor, to be my mentor. And since then, even after the Technovation event or program, he has been mentoring me. So there are currently platforms I know of, but they're just for designers where people can find mentors, and also even reaching out to people who you find like inspiring if they can mentor you, but you have to be specific in what area you want them to mentor you in. And if you can't find a mentor, I think you can just have like role models who inspire you or who want to be like, yeah, and yeah, follow their steps or do something great as well. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about aside mentorship, right? You joined a program that's kind of helped you discover yourself, right?
Yeah.
Is it some sort of volunteering program? Did you have to volunteer, like help out, or was it something organized that you needed to apply to be a part of?
Okay. Concerning volunteering, when I was, yeah, still in high school, there was a program for girls in our school called FHI 360. So they used to have events in our school every Wednesday and Thursday, just for girls. And yeah, I used to volunteer for them. I was a member of the program, but I still used to volunteer for them. And joining the after school center for career development program after high school, when I graduated, I still went back to volunteer for the company. And also there were like events in my community, like that were happening in my community back home in Calabar. I used to register to volunteer for those events, and I even used to reach out to some people I know who were like working on amazing stuff. I just volunteered to join their team, and I used to get paid, but I learned like a lot of skills from doing that. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. I always emphasize on volunteering most of the time when I talk because I feel it's one way that you can get skills that you really need because most times organizations might not want to employ you because they feel you don't have that level of competence or experience that they are looking at. But volunteering somehow, I used to say it, I don't think anybody will reject someone who is ready to help. Like, I just want to help you. I don't think anybody rejects help these days. So, like you said, sending messages, maybe cold emails to people that you know are role models in the industry you're looking at could help you get some kind of skill and maybe mentorship in the future if it
Yeah.
arises. So, what other areas or ways do you think young people can get skills that would help them, like in the tech world? You mentioned YouTube videos. Are there other platforms where you can like learn these skills without having to go through the four walls of a school? Because a lot of people, we need to consider the fact, consider financing now. Some people might not be buoyant enough to fund programs that require money, but what other ways can you develop skills in tech?
Okay, first, there are a lot of like free boot camps online, and one of them is She Codes Africa. So they organize boot camps where they teach people how to code. And we also have cyber girls. They train young girls who are interested in cyber security. And for learning on your own, YouTube helps a lot. And you also have Coursera, you have Udemy, you have Skillshare as well. You can find free courses on this platform. But before you go onto this platform and you're interested in tech, you have to, there are lots, tech is very broad. So there are a lot of different things to learn in tech. So you have to be specific on like what you want to learn. And if you're not sure about what to learn, it's very fine to learn two or more skills in tech to just find what really interests you. Yeah, that's how I started. I didn't really know what I wanted to go into in tech, so I learned a lot of various skills in tech. So yeah, reading resources online, you can browse like different tech skills, and then you can read through them to see which one really interests you. Go to YouTube to find courses that relate to them. There are free YouTube videos to watch on that. People are really interested in helping other people learn, so they make videos on YouTube and even on Udemy and Coursera as well. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Now let's do a very quick diversion to what you currently do now. While studying, you work at is it Bank of
Yeah, the Bank
Kigali?
of Kigali. Yeah.
Kigali. Okay, as a product designer. So can you tell us a little bit more about what you do there, what your role entails, and how did you get that job? What did you have to do?
Okay. Okay, so I arrived Rwanda last year for my studies, and first I got to intern with a company here called Internbox. So what Internbox does is that they help young people here in Rwanda get easier access to internship opportunities, and they also help employers find the best candidates for any position they have to offer. So I interned with Internbox for a while, and later on, I got to meet someone. His name is Uche, and have been following him online for a while. So he works at Facebook, and he's also a product designer. So he came to Kigali one time, and yeah, I met with him. The main purpose of my meeting was to like let him know about what I do, the project I was working on, and also learn from him. So he during the process of our meeting, he told me about the internship about at the Bank of Kigali, and he shared the link with me, and I applied. So I went for the interview, and I did really great at the interview, and I also did the design task they gave to me, and I got the job. So the team I work with is a very fun and interesting one. They are really amazing people. So I work with designers, product managers, product owners, and developers at the bank. And what my work entails is that I research because the bank like brings new products for their clients because they're trying to provide better financial services to their clients. So they're always bringing up like new ideas on products to work on. So what I do as a product designer is to research on the problem they are trying to solve. I talk to customers, like the people who use who use the bank app. I talk to them, and I also present our ideas to the different stakeholders we have at the bank. I gather my research findings. I work on the user flow. I work on the wireframes. I work on the prototypes as well. I work on the high fidelity designs. And yeah, after we are done with the whole design flow, we share them with the developers who bring our designs to life, and then we launch the product. Yeah.
Wow. So this is what a typical product designer does. Like you've just given us a
Yeah.
run through of what
Yeah.
product designing entails. From everything you've said now, I could just pick out a few highlights. The fact that volunteering is important, the fact that you might need to try two or three things to decide what you feel is most suitable for you, and the fact that networking is important
Yeah.
because
Very
having to
important.
introduce yourself is like you're putting yourself out there, telling people that this is who I am, this is what I do, right? Have you had any
Yeah.
sort of rejection before? Because we get a lot of people say, I tried, it didn't work, I'm tired, I can't try again.
Okay. Okay. Rejections. Yeah, I've had a lot of rejections, especially when I started earlier on in my career. So there were different programs I applied to, yeah, to learntech as well. And yeah, they had a selection process, and some of them I didn't, yeah, make it. And also for school, I applied to a lot of universities when I was like ready to go to school, and then I got a lot of rejection emails as well. So one thing I did was to keep on pushing because I learned a lot from um, yeah, I learned a lot and I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, so I kept on pushing and going for what I want. So I don't think rejection should discourage anyone. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I just want you to share with us any final words for any young person, whether I keep on mentioning young, whether old, because it's never too early to start something and it's never too late also to start something. So what words do you have for someone who has been contemplating for a very long time about going into tech, whether young or old? What do you think can help them? What are the basic steps? What are those things that they should be mindful of?
Okay, concerning that, if like there's anyone interested in going to tech, I'll advise joining communities and also being intentional about the people you follow on social media. So there are like a lot of people on social media who are into tech. They share opportunities, or you can see what they do, like programs they enrolled for. If they share them on their social platforms, you can, yeah, follow them because there's a lot to learn from them, especially on Twitter. And so there are a lot of tech communities also on Twitter you can join. And then finding what you want, yeah, go online, use Google. And we have ChatGTP now, so yeah, so you can use that to
Artificial intelligence.
yeah, so you can, yeah, use that to find any tech skills you be interested in, learn more about them, and then just give it a try. And if the first skill you learn doesn't work out for you, doesn't interest you, try another one. And yeah, also reach out to people, yeah, because there are people that are willing to help as well. Yeah, just go to
Thank you
their
so
DMs.
much,
Yeah.
Precious. So this session has been insightful, really. So I'll be putting down links. I know you mentioned some very good resource areas that people can look into, like the Tech Nation. I know you mentioned something about
Technovation, yeah.
yeah, and the one at Rwanda that helps link interns that you intend
Intern
with.
box, yeah. Intern
Yes.
box, yeah.
So I'll make sure I put that in the description box because I know a lot of people might need these resources. And then
Mm.
other resources also that we are able to come up with. So, guys, this brings us to the end of Lived Experiences with Precious. If you haven't clicked the subscribe button yet, please click the subscribe button now. And until our next episode, keep winning and enjoying life. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.